February 15th, and we cut down, well, I didn't cut down trees. Chris cut down trees. That one there, and two there, and one over there. And now we have to clean it up, but it's getting late, and we're letting the fire burn down. But that's what we did today. These are all softwood trees, which make hazardous conditions in the wind for anything, like for the animals and things like that up here. So we cut them down. I'm gonna see if I can walk over here. The snow is so deep. It's very hard going. We did the bunny trail, and it just about took me out. So there's the underneath there is the rock wall, and my gardens are over there. I need to take a picture of my gardens in what we call the front yard, because I'm going to be putting in some small wattle beds, I can't talk, in there this summer for herbs. If I can get around here. We're changing up our growing strategy for these beds. We haven't been able to store carrots. There's Chris going that way. We haven't been able to store our carrots over the winter, so we're going to knock back the amount of carrots that we are going to grow even more. Let's go down to the pond, and we're going to replace our carrot growing space with peas and keep the peas in the fenced-in garden. Lennon's on the pond, which is officially frozen. As you can see, the snow is really deep, so walking around down here is hard. Right, Lennon?
What?
I said the snow is really deep, so getting around is hard. A couple of our birch trees in here are bent over, but we're gonna thin them out even more anyway. Yeah, it's February 15th. Yesterday was Seedy Saturday, and I bought a ton of seeds, and maybe tomorrow I'll add on to this video my seed haul and how I plan to use what I bought this coming summer. So yeah, we had carrots in here, and I think this coming summer we're gonna replace the carrots in there with peas. So I want to increase our peas because we can freeze them and keep them easier. Yeah, I've got some really interesting things this year. And so that's what we did. It's February 15th. Next thing you know, it'll be spring. And it won't be as easy to be burning up all this brush. But it's a lot of cleanup to do. Once you cut these down, then you gotta clean them all up. And it's hard work. Then we were roasting hot dogs and having hot chocolate and just hanging out, burning around on the old four-wheeler back and forth. Sophie is home because she's tired, so I took her home and she is resting. Here comes Lennon. I think we're gonna wind down things now and probably head for home soon. Obviously this isn't going anywhere. Yeah, that's how we spent February 15th. Maybe I will if we come up here tomorrow, add on this video. And like I say, maybe we'll add on the video, my seed haul. There comes Chris with the power saw. Yeah. What do you think, Lennon?
What?
What do you think? Nothing.
Hello. So, as promised in the beginning of this video, I said I would do a seed haul for you guys, although it is 2 days later and it is Tuesday afternoon. So yeah, we went to Seedy Saturday on Valentine's Day, of course, and we did that last year too. It was really great, and I just love connecting with all the seed vendors and just seeing everybody. It is busy and it is hard to take everything in for me. It's very busy, it's very loud, and everyone's talking at the same time. But I managed to make a new friend at Annapolis Seeds, and I love chatting with her, and she was very excited about what I do. I hope that we can connect further on down the line. And so let's get into it. So there was a new vendor there that I hadn't seen before, as well as like Annapolis Seeds and Yonder Hill Farm and Blackbird Hollow was there. And of course, Bear Cove, Seaweed, Betsy and Bob Hart were there with their wares. And I saw the, Nova Scotia Invasive Species Council were there. We got this book that talks about invasive species and how to deal with them, because there are many on our property, and we want to be good stewards to our property. So let's get into the seed haul. Let's start with the new vendor that I had not seen before, Hope Seeds. So if you can see that, Hope Seeds. I hope it's not backwards. I got 3 packets of seeds from them. I got common sage. I love sage. I love to cook with it. I like to burn it. And this is common sage, not white sage. White sage is a closed practice. I like to burn common sage, and I know you guys liked my smudge bundles. So I have some plans for this common sage. I also got borage. Now borage, see, I've been looking for big plants of borage, but they're very expensive and sort of hard to get your hands on. So I wanted borage. It's really good in tea and you can eat it, but I want it also because it is a fertilizer. So I plan to grow this borage for my own use and maybe some other products that I can pass along to you guys. So I got borage and sorghum or Amish rainbow broomcorn. So as you know, if you're not new here, I make besom brooms. One of them is behind me there, waiting to go home. Mine is hanging in the wall, but I make brooms, and my hope is to start making broomcorn brooms. I do have some broomcorn here, and it's for me to start to learn on, but my hope is to grow some so that I can make brooms as part of my artistic endeavors, part of my offerings to you guys. It helps me to have a creative outlet, being a person who's chronically ill. So broomcorn, and this is the rainbow kind. I'm splitting this packet with my sister who got black broomcorn, I think, and so we're gonna split and each trade half. So that's what I got from Hope Seeds. Let's do Annapolis Seeds. As I said, I had a great chat with the lady at Annapolis Seeds, and just, you know, always when I'm inquiring about herbs and what smells good, and everyone is interested in why I'm inquiring that. So we had a great chat. Lennon was with us. Angus was there, but he really doesn't like it. It's busy and loud, and he's not a fan. But Lennon's very interested in growing lots of things. So I let him pick out a couple of things. I let him pick out whatever he wanted. And one of the things he wanted was dragon's egg cucumbers. So they had a picture of these, and they were like egg-shaped cucumbers. And according to this, it says soft cream green skin, best picked young, great for slicing and pickling. And we do love a cucumber right off the vine to eat. Yeah, dragon's egg cucumbers from Annapolis Seeds. We also got hollow crown parsnips. That was another one that Lennon picked out. He loves to eat his vegetables, like when we're eating a meal, he's eating his vegetables raw, which is perfectly fine. I don't care. As long as you're eating your vegetables, if you want to eat them raw, power to you. Yeah, he wanted to pick these parsnips, and we do eat parsnips, so we're going to grow some of those. Now, for me, I picked out Parisian basil. So basil is incredibly fragrant, so for scattering herbs and for burning and for all kinds of things like that, I wanted some really fragrant herbs. So Parisian basil has purple green leaves with jagged edges and a distinct aroma and flavor, so something a little bit different. I don't usually grow basil, but we're going to grow it this year. Chris picked out, now last year we had a voluntary sunflower, and it was really fun to grow it. It grew really well, and it was fun to feed it to our chickens. So this year we've got Mongolian giant sunflowers we're going to be growing. Yeah, so they're great for giving to our chickens, feeding the birds, and regrowing. They're really great just to have around too. We want to attract more birds to our property as well. And then lemon bergamot. So of course we all know we love our bee balm here, and it's incredibly fragrant. So knowing that, we're going to grow some up on the property. Most of my bergamot and bee balm grows down here. So we're going to be growing this. I think it is our native form of bee balm or bergamot, if correct. Yeah, lavender pinkish flowers. Nice citrusy smell. So that's what we got from Annapolis Seeds. Yonder Hill Farm was the other vendor that I spent a lot of time talking with, and Lennon picked out red salad bowl lettuce. I love Yonder Hill Farm's packaging. It's really pretty. I also love, well, I love all of these packaging. I'm not so crazy on this plastic bag, but I do understand it's not easy getting packaging going. So red salad bowl lettuce. We're gonna grow some of that because we love our vegetables. Me and Lennon love our lettuce, and of course, you know, we have guinea pigs and we have chickens, so you know, they all love that. Now, last year I grew these torch tithonia or Mexican sunflowers, and if you watch back my videos, you'll see them. They were absolutely beautiful. The birds loved them, and so did we, really. So we're gonna grow some more of those, and I did save some seeds from last year, and I sort of scattered some seeds from last year too, so I'm hoping to have a nice big patch of these going in multiple places around the property, up on the property, and down here on Homestead 1. Lennon picked out the melon for this year. I can't remember what we had last year. It did grow well last year, and you can rewatch my video. These ones are golden mini watermelons. So yeah, we're gonna try these. They're early ripen. Their rind turns golden when they're ready to pick, so they're easy to figure out whether they're ready to pick or not, which we had a little bit of trouble with the ones last year, finding out whether they were ready or not. So it's nice to have that, and hopefully they'll be really good. I picked out some Coyote cherry tomatoes, yellow cherry tomatoes. I usually buy my tomato plants. I don't usually grow them because I find it difficult to get them from the seed stage to the growing stage. So I'll be interested to see how this goes. But I really do love a yellow snacking tomato, like a cherry tomato. So Coyote cherry tomatoes, they're yellow. I also got pineapple tomatoes because I thought they would be fun to try. I love a summer tomato. So these are supposed to be tangy and sweet, extra large beefsteak tomatoes. Yeah, I can see tomato sandwiches in my future with these. I'm hoping. Anyway, so that's what I got. And as I said, we picked up this book. It tells you about invasive species, not just plants, but some insect info in here, other creatures, and how to deal with them. So yeah, it was a good day at Seedy Saturday. I've just sat down. I took some pictures on Sunday of the garden. You can't see it, but I've started sketching out my plans because where I have my wattle beds in front of our rock wall, I want to have smaller, maybe 2-3 foot wattle beds there for individual plantings like the bergamot, like the sage, things that might come back year to year or maybe not, but that are easy for me to have in a small area. I don't have a plan for, like borage will be in one of those. I don't have a plan yet for where I want to plant this sorghum. And I'm planning to draw out a sizable space for that as well. So yeah, I'm working off of pictures I took with the snow on the ground, which is difficult, but I do have an idea of where my apple trees are there, and my ginkgo tree, as well as my elderberry bush and rhododendrons that I have in what we call our front yard, just over the rock wall. So we can figure out where we want to make these wattle beds so that as soon as the ground starts to thaw, I'll be able to start putting those in. I highly recommend wattle beds. If you have, that's Sophie, if you have access to nuisance trees, or you need to thin out trees, or you have access to thin willow trees, anything that you can weave with, wattle beds are so easy to make. They don't take a lot of physical effort except for cutting and just weaving. And they are like environmentally friendly, and they work really well for making a raised bed and containing your soil, while also, you know, having all the benefits as you do with a raised garden. So yeah, we're going to be working on a few smaller sized wattle beds, and as I say, we're growing less carrots this year because we didn't have success storing them again. We just don't have a space to store carrots where they're not going to freeze. And so instead of growing the amount of carrots that we did last year. We're gonna grow more peas. We love our peas here, and we can easily freeze them and put them in the freezer. We're still eating our green beans from last year, and we have a vegetable with every large meal that we eat together, like supper and sometimes lunch. So yeah, we're gonna be growing more peas, and so less carrots, more peas. There's probably gonna be a few other things that we're gonna change up. So I'm gonna have more videos of those, and I'm gonna try to do some videos of my garden design here. It's kind of a hard thing to really do a video about until I explain to you what we're doing and have a better idea once the snow is off the ground. But yeah, that's our Seedy Saturday haul. Sophie needs to go out and use the bathroom, so I'm gonna end this video. If you do like what we're doing and you're interested in it, if you're local, shoot a message, because I'd love to show you guys around. I'd love to get your input if you're a fellow gardener. If you like what's going on in my business and all that stuff, just hit the subscribe button and the notification button, because that helps me to show up in your feed. And we're gonna have a lot of things to show this year. So, and currently over on my Instagram and Facebook, I have a raffle going for a tea bundle to help me pay for a new adventure. And I'm hoping to do some videos about that too. So yeah, hit the subscribe button if you're interested in the raffle. Hop on over to my Instagram and Facebook pages and get in on that. Thanks for always watching my videos. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, I'll see you when I have something else to say, I guess. Have a great rest of the winter, because it's like 30 days until spring, and it is sunny right now, and I see lots of melting happening. So it won't be long now. We'll be on the other side of winter. As I always say, the snow on the ground is water in the well. So it's gonna be a good summer. I'll see you later. Bye.